We used the transmat to beam down to the planet Spiridon. This is a very hostile jungle planet, teeming with all sorts of lethal predators. Think Australia, but with more trees. Receiving reports of unidentified aliens hiding in the plains of stone, we set out through the jungle to find out what is going on. Here is the Rachnos nest. Somewhat unexpected. In addition, the nearby ice Kano vent is showing signs of imminent eruption. Here we have the crew deployed. We have a new engineer, the guy in the cowboy hat with the carbine, and a gunner who is standing next to the Dalek. I changed the Dalek's weapon from a flamer to a rapid fire, which gives me more long-range firepower. The plain of stones is one of the more comfortable areas because the rocks can absorb the heat during the day and release it at night, warming the area. Of course, all the animals and some of the plants have figured this out, and it can become a bit of a feeding frenzy. We move forward a bit, and the Rachnos speed towards us. The Ogron gunner is taking point. I think at this point we hadn't even turned on our weapons. For all the shooting we did, I don't think at this point we did much of anything, which is a bit eek, really. George's team are advancing on the other side. They have managed to get some early damage on the smaller spiders, but a wall of warrior forms is rapidly closing on their position. Some of the more expendable convicts and runners are leading the advance. One of the master's grenades and a barrage of firepower takes down one of the big spiders. The Ogron apprentice, the only one that showed up, is now taking point on the left side. One of the small spiders is down to 3 wounds, but one looks like it's okay. The next wave of spiders arrive. The spider with the red markings shows the delightful ability to spray acid. These shooting spiders demonstrated the tactic of spraying a target and then moving out of line of sight, forcing the team to keep moving to reacquire it. However, we do have several of our team pursuing it. The Ogron apprentice is now wounded and down to 2 health after taking a decent chomping from the big spider. The master has been attacked and moved into in close combat by the wounded spider, but can't yet attack him till next turn. And the Dalek hybrid expert has been attacked and beaten off the other small spider. The spiders have made contact with George's team. One of the warriors is fighting the bruiser with supporting fire from an acid squirter. The brood mother, which is the non-spider frog, has hopped over to an objective and birthed another baby spider. On George's right flank, his Pathfinder is being swarmed by multiple spiders. Right, the Ogron apprentice has been attacked by a second large spider. This one looks like it's sunk its fangs into him, and the Ogron apprentice is down to 2 wounds. Everybody else is chasing the acid spider. The master and Billy have managed to negotiate their way past all this melee. Billy has unlocked one of the physical treasures and the Master is making his way towards the other. The Dalek hybrid did a bit of fire and move and shot the spider down to 1 wound. This means he's now out of charge range. Unfortunately, that means the Ogre Apprentice is still in attack range, even though the spider can't get to him. Billy's bold move to grab that piece of loot will result in him getting squirted with acid. The Ogre and Apprentice has managed to defeat that spider. The Dalek hybrid has come back and finished off one of the other small spiders. The other small spider is down to 1 wound. Trooper Lytton has moved into combat with the acid squirting spider to tie it down. The Dalek and Ogre and Gunner are making a push for the objective in the middle. Billy took a mild spray of acid because he's only damaged and not dissolved or badly wounded. The Master has moved up to use one of his sonic or laser screwdrivers on the loot crate to unlock that one. At this point, things are going fairly well. After getting away from the spiders, George's Pathfinder made it around the corner of a rock, being chased by a warp hound. Those are extremely dangerous creatures. To make his life even more exciting and potentially short, a warbot has arrived into the area and, not at all worried about two creatures fighting each other, began hosing down the entire area with blaster fire. Warbots get to shoot 3 times during their activation, so yeah, things can get a bit tough. The Master picks up one of the loot counters. The Ogre and Gunner has gone to help Lytton with the acid squirting spider and looks like he has taken some damage. The Ogre and Apprentice looks like it's finally fallen to the spider attack, and everybody is now being covered by the Dalek expert, while a bunch of the crew form the rear guard to deal with the native life. The Dalek has made it to the central objective, unlocked it, and picked it up with its sucker. At this point, it's doing a passable impersonation of a forklift truck. In a moment of completely unexpected excitement, the Ogre and Gunner rolled a critical hit and destroyed the brood mother in 1 shot. First time I'd rolled a critical hit in 1.5 games, so excellent timing. George's crew are massing on the other side of the rock. They have dealt with the spiders and now only have to deal with the local wildlife. A warp pug is rapidly approaching. What's going on? There are several strange creatures approaching from the southeast. Extracting back towards the dropship with 3 physical loot counters and a bounty. Lay down covering fire with the heavy blasters while we fall back with the loot. George has laid down a smoke grenade between both teams in order to prevent any temptation on my part to add to his excitement with some machine gun fire while he went for the data loot. Wise man that, George. One of the convicts has unlocked loot counter number 3 and is now exiting stage right. Another convict has unlocked loot counter number 2 and is also going that way. George's medic proved to have an excellent knowledge of xenoanatomy and killed 2 creatures with his surgical tools. George's medic studied at the same medical school as Dr. Needles, a medic in a previous campaign who was renowned or was known but suspected of having a former life as an Imperial assassin. Everybody is dragging the loot back. Some of the crew have already evacuated. No one wants one of their expensive crew members to get killed right at the end. Looks like Billy's taken some more damage and is now wounded and dragging a loot counter. Another crab-like tangler arrives and starts getting blasted. Bounty hunter Pinkerton agent Hardy arrives and tries to serve papers on the master, who declines, and Agent Hardy is promptly blasted, and then everybody finishes running away. The last of George's crew make for the table edge. After having a long and extremely stressful adventure, the Pathfinder is one of George's last models to make it to the edge of the table, where it looks like it's being covered by George's sniper and probably his captain. So I got 3 treasures and the bounty for the brood mother, so a good result. George got the other 2 treasures, one of which was a secret, which he gets to sell and then got to keep half of, so he can sell it again. George got 2 space encounters. Before the game, he stopped for coffee at an abandoned space station and picked up 70 credits. Space Starbucks, no doubt. On the way out, he encountered a black hole and his ship took 18 points of damage, which quickly got repaired with some of the money from his encounter at the space station. I got a flyby encounter and could have attacked George's ship, but that just seemed like an opportunity to take damage and lose money. So I decided that discretion was the better part of valor. So overall, a great game and loads of fun.